Hello, today I'm sharing what I channeled around Jennifer Lopez. I just can't call her J-Lo. And Ben Affleck. Per your request, I have a list of things that I'm interested in channeling based on what I'm interested in and what you guys have requested. And every time I go to channel for this group, for all of you, my guides who I channel, a group of cosmic beings that are here to help us on our human journey, they tell me what from the list to channel that will be most supportive for the collective. So this is what they shared with me with Jennifer Lopez. They started with Jennifer Lopez. They showed me that a lot of this probably won't be a surprise, but when I channel, I can feel them. It's like I'm remote viewing them and I can feel what they're feeling, and I can see, they'll show me images of things images that are either really happening or that are examples of kind of what they're trying to share with me. And what they showed me is that Jennifer Lopez really just lacks a sense of self. She really, it's hard to tell sometimes with these famous people, these public figures, these celebrities. That's why I love channeling, because they show me behind the curtain what's really going on. And they showed me that she just really had, I don't know if I would use the words low self-esteem, but she really lacks believing in herself. She really lacks, I guess, self-worth, which is another proof that it doesn't matter how much money you have, it doesn't matter how famous you are, if you have wounding or you have these issues of self-worth or lack of self-love or whatever it is that you've come here to explore in this lifetime, these themes, it doesn't matter how much money you have or how much fame you have. It matters about the work that you do on yourself. And she hasn't done the work. She's very unhappy. They showed me that she's constantly seeking external. It's my rescue dog behind me. She's constantly seeking external validation. And this whole thing with this new movie that came out that I have no interest in watching, it's just such a waste of time for me. My guides are always saying, unplug from all this stuff. Stop giving it your energy and power. It literally feeds the system and keeps it going. So just unplug. These people don't need any more of our energy and time. Invest it into your own life and bring, your family, looking for a career that was more aligned, start a new job, start a new hobby. These people don't need any more of our attention. This is why this is still going. This is why this dark Hollywood stuff's still going. But she's constantly seeking external validation. And this whole movie situation, they're showing me, it's like, I'm trying to explain here. They're showing me again. It's like, she was trying to find some way to be relevant. That's what it was. They kept using the word irrelevant. She doesn't want to feel irrelevant. And when she starts feeling irrelevant, she does something like this. And they showed me that she's difficult to work with. It's tough to get people to want to go into projects, do projects with her or work with her. I didn't channel whether or not she signed nefarious contracts. That wasn't something that they showed me. I asked my guys, what do you want to show me that would be relevant for this group or that would be supportive? And this is what they showed me. So I don't know anything about whether or not she signed nefarious contracts, which most of them do. The most famous and rich people, regardless of Hollywood or if you're a humanitarian, or a pastor of a big church, all these famous rich people, they've signed nefarious contracts to rise to fame and fortune in exchange for doing certain things. Okay, so they didn't show this to me about her. They just showed me that she's, it's really sad actually, she's really lacking self-worth. And so this movie, for instance, is a way for her to feel relevant. It was tough for her to make the movie. It was tough for her to get people to work with her on this. And it looks like on other projects too. And she really was pushing this out to, it's like, all right, the image that they're showing me, it's like, if you go to a concert, we live in an area where there's a lot of outdoor concerts, if it's a concert where everyone's standing, or you have the opportunity to stand and move to the front, you've got to kind of move past people. You got to kind of push your way and weasel your way in order to get to the front where you can see. That's how she feels. She feels like she feels the need to constantly be trying to get in front and stay relevant and be seen and be heard. Again, the word irrelevant, she feels like she has to avoid being irrelevant. There's this constant need for validation, constant. And this comes from lack of doing her inner work. She hasn't done her inner work. Meaning, if she learned how to find self-love and love within herself, she wouldn't be seeking external. It doesn't matter if she's got $10 million or $1 billion. she's going to feel this way. And this is why there's people all over the world with so much money not helping people. There's plenty of money around this world for everyone to be fed and clothed and have clean water and everything. The reason these people are hoarding money because they haven't done, you know, their work. There's other reasons. There's some very dark things going on with some of these people. But when it comes to someone like J-Lo, oh, I can't believe I said that. Jennifer Lopez. I just can't. It's so hard for me to call her that. When it comes to Jennifer Lopez, she really struggles with peace. She's lacking inner peace. Okay. So message here is, we all struggle with these things, right? So this is like, I didn't ask for her. I was curious about her soul contracts, but I didn't get to that point. But part of what they're touching on this now, it's part of what she's here to do. And this goes deep, but I'm sure there's hours of content here, is to learn how to find her self-love and self-worth, on her own, right? So that she's not only feeling, more peaceful and less like she needs to stay relevant, but so that she can treat other people better. She doesn't treat people well. It's coming from an inside place of not loving herself. She doesn't like herself. She's not honest about herself. She's not honest about her background. She's not honest about the things that she's done. In her mind, it looks like what they're saying is she has convinced herself of some of these things. She's like created this sort of identity for herself. But if you were to trace things back, you would see that they're not true, but she's convinced herself of some of these things. So she's really needs peace. And then what they showed me with Ben Affleck is that, first of all, let me just finish with Jennifer Lopez. Stop buying her stuff. Stop feeding the system. You know, when it comes down to a basic soul contract level, I don't know the details of her soul contract, but she's here to find inner peace. She's not going to find it through making a bunch of money. She's done that. It obviously isn't working, right? So stop feeding these people. Stop giving your time and energy and money away. Just we can unplug the system. Something can only continue as long as we power it, right? So you have finite energy, right? You have a finite time in your day. Where are you spending it? Are you feeding them and there's in the system? Then that means you're not directing your energy somewhere else. Okay. So moving on to Ben Affleck, they showed me same. Only he's someone I just want to give a big hug to. Like they just showed me, I'm getting a little bit verklempt. They were showing me he's got a lot of inner turmoil, a lot of, I don't know if I would call it anger, but I guess I would maybe, I can't grab the right word for it. It's a lot of inner turmoil. They're showing it to me again. I'm just trying to get the right words. He a lot of inner conflict. And again, it's because he hasn't learned how to find peace. He hasn't found peace, right? Which is why he probably turns to substances. I've seen or heard in the past, right? Now I've done videos about this, about substance, when people get into substances. Sometimes it could be a very spiritual thing. Not that it's positive, I'm not condoning substance abuse, but sometimes people intake substances to disconnect them from their spiritual connection because it's too much. Like empathic people, a lot of times it will disconnect you from feeling other people's energy. I'm going to do a video on empaths here soon. So it might be one of the reasons why he's turned to substances is to calm the beast, is what guys just said. He really struggles with inner peace. And so when the two of them come together, what they said is he understands her. She doesn't struggle with the same type of lack of inner peace, but she does struggle with inner peace. He understands her. And so they're showing that she's not the nicest to him. She's not very loving to him because of her own lack of loving herself, right? This hurt people, okay? But he can tolerate it to an extent because he gets it. He understands her. He also there's certain things that I don't know what they are. They didn't show these to me. I didn't channel this because it takes time and energy and I have a lot of things to channel. But there's something that he understands about her. He knows things about her. He knows some of the things she's been through or it's more like he understands her suffering, that she suffers. And so he can tolerate some of these things. He kind of puts up with things that maybe other people wouldn't because he also suffers. So all right, that's what I have to share about that. Drop your questions and comments below. And of course, it's for entertainment value. Everything I share is channeled, but it's for fun entertainment. Thanks for being here. And I'll see you in the next video.